Okay, happy Saturday, everyone. Here's vector potential here. First time actually significantly talking here on YouTube. So Yano has opened up a 100 plus subscriber giveaway, and he wanted us to talk about the locks that we're currently working on and what our challenges are. So I got my blue belt, and then I decided I'd try to do something hard, and I bought myself an SFIC. As you can see here, the first one I bought rests in a bag of shame. And moral of the story is, don't take apart one of those without the right tools. So I got some pictures of what I learned in the process, though, that I'll share with you here in a minute. So I bought that SFIC on eBay, and then after discovering I could not put it back together, I went back to the same vendor and I bought another one. One of the interesting things, so let's take a look at our control keys there. So same bitting on the control keys. And same bitting on the operate keys. So, okay, so here I am thinking maybe I can use what I learned, taking apart the other lock, excuse the obnoxious cat in the background, to go after this one. However, let me get this in view here. This one has an additional feature. This is a best Cormax, and it has what they call a side pin. So if you don't know about the side pin and you pick the lock, this little nub right there will catch on the core and you won't be able to rotate it. However, when you stick a key in, it allows you to rotate. Alright, cool. Figured that out pretty quickly. One of the downsides is, with that little nub sticking out the back, it does not fit in Eastland's SFIC holder very well, because he uses this faying surface here on the back. It's kind of for like, I don't know what to call it, but to pretty much headspace this thing. So that doesn't work. So I had to figure out how to use my vise properly to hold this, because anytime I would put tension on it, it would rock and roll in here, and then that'd be unfortunate. Okay, so let's see, what have I done so far? So I made some marks on here. I made a mark for where the control line is, mainly because once I get this in the lock, I can't tell if I've actually rotated the control sleeve or if I broke it. So stuck that there, so at least I know when to check. And this little nub in the back. So one of the first things I did was I made a custom turner here. I just took one of my Sparrow's turners and bent it over so I can, for bottom of keyway, I'd slide it in here, and there we go. Pushes that slider pin out the back. So tried picking this a little bit with bottom of keyway. That didn't work out too well. So I was like, okay, so let me try top of keyway. This keyway looks terrible, but it's actually not. Where is one of my longer hooks? Because you can actually pick this diagonally, going up the warding here. And for some of the higher left pins, you can actually step up to this upper bit of warding to get some leverage if you need it. So it looks daunting, but it's not that bad. And if you polish up your picks, you can actually go straight from the bottom. So it's not terrible. It looks bad, but it's not. Okay, so for top of keyway tension, what I found is that I can use this little half diamond, and since it's nice and flat here, I can go, if I want to check this pin to see if it'll rotate when I push the pin, I can just go straight down the bottom of this warding right here to push that slider. So that's where we are with that. It's a bit of frustrating feedback, because sometimes a pin will feel set with the jiggle test, but what you don't know is whether or not, okay, let me get this out of the bag of shame. Okay, what you don't know is, so here's the core, there's the control sleeve. Will that come out, or did I broke this pretty good trying to put it back together, I think. Does this come out this way? No, I got springs in there. Yeah, I tried using a little 1000 shim down here to hold the springs down, and then drop some pins in, and then run through with a follower, and that didn't work out very well. So there's some springs in here. One of the difficulties is holding the control sleeve in the correct position to, nope, come on. Oh, there's a spring. Can I get it out now? Let's see. There it goes. Okay. So one of the difficulties here is, so this is how this fits together with the front lock. It's entirely possible that you could take a control driver up and get it stuck on, right, excuse me, that you can get drivers stuck on the incorrect shear line, and it feels like the pin is set when it's really not. And the frustration that I have is I can get a couple pins set to where I need, and then everything else just feels like springy mush, where no matter how much tension I apply, I can't get anything to bind. And the ones that I set where I needed to go, or at least where I think I needed to go, feel like they're set. So I kind of need to start methodically, maybe change the order of pins, or maybe try floating a couple before applying tension, especially down here in the back of the lock. It's pretty frustrating. Anyways, so I have some pictures to share. Let me turn these on. All right, so there's the core. So I've gutted the whole thing, and there it is with no key in it. So we can see that pin 1, because best numbers are pins backwards. Hold on, am I looking at that right? No. Turn around. Okay, yeah, that's the control sleeve. So pin 1 back there in the back of the lock, because you can see the control lug, is actually a no lift for the control shear line. Cool. So that's, to get control, that's one less pin that I have to touch. 1 and 2 are 0 bitted, so those are pretty much maximum lift. Excuse me, 6 and 7 are 0 bitted, and those are pretty much maximum lift. And then the ones in the middle are the ones that just feel like mush trying to get to control. So here's what the pin stack looks like. Let me slide this down. Oh, I don't want to slide me down. I want to slide this down right there. So that's what the pin stack looks like. I am missing, in this picture, I'm missing a tiny little wafer on one of the pin stacks. I eventually found it later. But I know which pin it came out of. And it actually came out of number 2, which is the leftmost pin stack, and that kind of small size pin is supposed to go to pin stack number 3. So what I was hoping with this is that what I learned about how they put these together for the identical keys, that might give me some intuition for this restricted keyway one. So far the feedback feels similar to the earlier one, so I think I just suck at picking an SFIC. And here's my bag of shame. So I'm sure many other people have bags of shame. So that's a whole SFIC right there. Don't take them apart unless you have the special tools, or you have a convenient bag of shame to put them in. So I want to look at this restricted key. So there's a little nub right there for the slider that pushes it out. All right. So maybe I'll get this open, or maybe I'll just get mad at it and put it away for a couple of weeks and try again. So I'm not going to pick this for you guys because I suck at picking, evidently. So we'll get back to it. Thank you very much, and you guys have a nice day.